All right, so let's say we reviewed the first output and now we want to change something. We want to change something specific, potentially the call to action of a message step. You know, we reviewed the messages, we saw them, and something, you know, we don't like, we want to change. Call to action is like a very easy example. So how do we do that? We go a change in call to action, for example, or let's say we want to add a PS, is a style and structure change. And all of these changes happen inside of Twain. So like logically, if you think about the workflow, you should think about the creative part happening in Twain, and everything like pulling the contact data, pulling the content, pulling lead specific data that you want Twain to use as context happens in Clay. So this is something that we change in Twain. Where do we change it in the easiest and fastest way? We hover above the message step. So we have 4 steps in this example. And let's just say we want to change the 3rd step. So I click on this icon here. It's called Edit Framework. And then you can see here at the bottom, we have an instruction. We have like these curly brackets, and they are like basically representing one paragraph. We can change everything inside of them, but we can also replace them with a very specific sentence in case we want Twain to write something verbatim. So here in this example, I'm just going to change it and say, so you can see this is actually not an instruction. So let's see what happens. Of course, you can always just save it, but for the sake of just showing it, I'm just going to update it for now here without saving the framework. So you see the message now gets regenerated, message step 3. And there you go. This is something you're currently looking at. So Twain understands when it should use it as an instruction, when it should use it as inspiration, or when it should use it verbatim. And then we can go back into Clay, and now we can just rerun this. And the 3rd message step we should see in a few seconds should have this exact call to action. All right, I just opened this, took a few seconds, and now we can see, is this something you're currently looking at? And that's how you make the change, for example, for a CTA. And this also allows you to very simply A/B test things. So for example, you could duplicate a campaign and then just change the CTA in the duplicated campaign, and then just like run them A/B. So run half of the table on the initial campaign, run the other half on the campaign where you change the CTA.